So Q2 did not go as well as I'd hoped it would, and because of that, I have changed up my plans for Q3. Hey Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sky. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Haggis. Today we're going to talk about my Q3 goals. Kinda. So, last Monday, I think it was, I did a live stream where I was doing planning and I was redoing some of my goals and working through things and redoing my Kanban board. But first, before we get into all of what those goals are, let's back up and recap quarter 2. I did a video back last May, a month late actually, about my plans for quarter 2, and I can say that I accomplished about half of those goals in the way that I really wanted to. After I'm looking at my computer screen now, and after going through everything, I actually accomplished more of my goals than I thought I did, based on what post-it notes I was able to move around, but it still wasn't what exactly I wanted to do fully. So let's go ahead and get into some nitty-gritty about what I wanted to do and what I did accomplish in quarter 2. And then I'll talk about my goals for quarter 3. For quarter 2, I had it broken down into several different goals. Like I had writing and publishing, social media, reading, family and friends, and school and work. Okay, within those, in writing and publishing first, I wanted to work on the Shifters and Mages series as a whole. I have 3 books in that series in various stages, and I wanted to kind of take each of those further in whatever stage they're at. So like Puck's Choice is completed. It is ready to be published. I just have to do a final read through, and I have to do a final format of it to make sure I didn't screw anything up with my read through and corrections. And then I have to talk to the cover artist and get the final page count to her so she can make my paperback, order the proof copy, double check that everything is good to go, and then place the pre-order up so that it can come out December 3rd, which is its scheduled pre-order date. I did not get that done. None of that. In theory, none of that will take me that long. It'll take me a couple of days to do the final read-through, double check I've dotted my I's and crossed my T's, and then it'll take me like 30 seconds to make sure I didn't screw up my own formatting when I do that. Like, none of this will take me that long, and I didn't do it. The second thing I was hoping to get done was Jenna's story, which is the sequel, and it's currently with a professional editor. I did contact that editor, see where we were with that, and it turned out she had never even gotten my manuscript. In fact, actually, she commented back, she was like, "You never sent it to me." And I was like, "I can forward you the email where I did." The email programs we use does not like it when you are just replying to messages and sending it that way. I had to send a whole brand new email because I forwarded her the message where I had sent her the document. She still didn't get it. I had to create a brand new message where I said, "Let's try this for the 3rd time," and attach the document that way to get it to send to her. So that was fun. Suffice it to say that I don't have the edits back yet because all that happened in like June. So don't have the edits back. We're not going forward with that yet. But I'm still hopeful that I can get those edits back and we'll be good to go closer to January, when I want to start looking at its next publication date and talk to the cover artist about getting its cover done. So we're still on track with that. It just wasn't, I was hoping to get the edits back and work on them and finish it this past quarter, and I didn't. In that same breath, I can't say anything because my job was to work on Hunter's Betrayal, which is the 3rd book in the series. That has been to my developmental editor, and she was like, you have enough material here. If you expand upon these scenes, it could be a novel. And I was like, will do. But did I? No, I didn't. I didn't work on any book in the Shifters and Mages series. None of those 3. And there's still a 4th one, which I did discover. I know I wrote a complete draft. Do I have that complete draft? No, I don't. I do not have that complete draft. In fact, actually, the draft I have has the first, like, 1/3 of the story finished in the final 3 chapters, and that's it. It's missing the entire middle. I'm like, where'd you go? Because I don't know. Anyways, so suffice it to say, that was my main goal. Like, that whole series was my main goal for this quarter, and I didn't do a damn thing on it. That being said, I did have 2 other goals with writing. I had a writing challenge, the 7-day book challenge, which happened this year. I'm doing it the 3rd week of the 3rd month of the first 3 quarters. So Q1 was in March, Q2 was in June, and it was the 17th through, I want to say the 23rd, but I could be wrong about that. And my goal was to work, I had put it in my goals that I wanted to do the 2nd and 3rd story of the Sultry Solstices short stories. The first one was originally published in an anthology called Summer Solstice Seduction, which it was on an exclusive run and is no longer published. I got my rights back, and sometime after that I was like, ooh, what if she was one of 7 sisters who are the 7th daughter of the 7th daughter? Like, what kind of magic would that family have, following the rule of the 7th son of the 7th son, but with daughters? And I was like, ooh, what if they're all partnered with paranormal creatures? Yes. So I'm working on those stories, and my goal was to finish story 2 and 3 during the 7-day book challenge and complete those. And that's where the 2 come in, because I wanted to write those 2 stories and then make them complete the challenge too. I succeeded in this, actually. This one was one that I accomplished. I wrote both the 2nd story, which is called Imagined Overdue. I haven't completely settled that title, but it does match the title theme of the first one, which is Presumed Dead. So we got Presumed Dead, Imagined Overdue, and then the 3rd one is Discovered Mythic. The first one deals with a ghost, kind of. It is explained further. He's a ghost. That's all I'm going to say. And then the 2nd one, the sister is a witch. She's the only actual witch in the family, but her partner is a vampire. And then the 3rd one deals with a Wendigo. I got those 2 completed, the first draft. I got the vampire one and the Wendigo one completed, and I actually got 3/4 of the way through the 4th one, which I was really impressed with, because by the time the 7-day book challenge came around, I was like, there's no way I can't get this one completed too. And I honestly could have, except for I got halfway through it and decided to start over because it wasn't going the direction I wanted it to. So, the 4th one deals with hellhounds, or a hellhound, not hellhounds. Jeez. Anyways, and I got 3/4 of it done during Q2, so during that challenge. So I'm really happy about that. So, did not get the major writing goal that I wanted to get done, which was Shifters and Mages, because that is coming out this year. Did accomplish the short stories that I wanted to do during the writing challenge that are not being published until next year. Tell me where the logic is in that. I will take it though. 50-50, I'll take it. Social media, I wanted to post to Instagram weekly. I wanted to post bi-weekly videos, and I wanted to use the community tab to announce videos and challenges. I did post to Instagram weekly. However, I did not do bi-weekly videos. I did random videos here and there. I did do Vita in April, which is vlog every day in April or vlog every day in August, depending on which month we're in. However, beyond that, I did a video when I did a video, and that's pretty much it. I kind of substituted videos with live streams because I doubled up on the amount of live streams I was doing versus videos I was posting, which I guess works, but wasn't my intention. So that's why I ultimately failed this goal. And the community tab, I used it to post my live stream schedule, and that's about it. I very rarely used it. I already have plans to use it more often now, and I believe you can schedule posts with your community tab, which will make things so much easier too. We'll see. I'm still learning how to use community tab. I wanted it for so long, for the exact reason that I wanted to use it, which is announce new videos, announce live streams, announce events that I'm going to. If I'm joining someone else on their live stream. Like, I wanted to use it to announce all these things, and I have not been utilizing it the way I wanted to now that I have access to it. I'm just like, what's wrong with you? You wanted it so badly, and now you have it, you're not going to use it? Reading. Reading was easy. I knocked this one out in April. I had the intention of reading 25 books. I do not know off the top of my head how many I've read. I was doing so good keeping up with my books in the first quarter. And then in Q2, I just fizzled out of that. I know I read over 25 books. I don't know how many beyond 25 books I read. And the only reason for that is because I do need to update all my trackers Like, I know based on my Kindle and my Everand app how many books I've read, like what books I've read, but I don't know a count because I haven't been adding them to my tracker. I've got like several books to add to my tracker. Oops. My other goal was to read 3 nonfiction books, which I did not accomplish. So again, 50-50, I'll take it. Another thing I need to add in real quick, not only do I not have like reading numbers for you as far as like how many books I read, how many each month and stuff like that, I also don't have word count numbers like I did last quarter because I haven't been keeping track on my tracker. I do need to update both my reading log and my word count tracker. I have been tracking other places, but not in my word tracker itself. So I do need to go back and put all those numbers into there. So I don't have those numbers for you. I will hopefully have another video at some point. It might even be at the end of this year with a full transparent look at my numbers for reading, for writing, for everything. I don't know. I do love stats. I do love numbers. I just haven't been keeping track of it this quarter. So I don't have that information for you at this time. So I am sorry about that. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Anyways, just wanted to add that in real quick. Friends and family. I wanted to have a weekly girls' night with the girls. I wanted to have a weekly family night. And I wanted to have a bi-weekly date night. And this we actually accomplished. I didn't think we were going to accomplish the date night thing. And I use the term date night loosely because that can happen at any part of the day. So like a lot of times our date nights were me and my husband after, if I had the vehicle and I had to go pick him up, we would just have lunch afterwards and just sit and chat. And that was what we considered our date night. It was us just relaxing without the girls and just being together in some capacity. And a lot of it was spent on discussing vehicles, honestly, because we have been in the shithole where their vehicles are concerned. So that was fun. Another thing I wanted to do was monthly adventures. However, I realized that I never defined what I meant by this. Did I mean this like as a family? Did I mean like a solo adventure? I never defined it, and because of that, we never actually did anything, because anything we did as a family, we just counted it as like a family day, or a family night. So like, we recently went to the local kite festival that happens annually, and we call that our family night, even though that happened in the middle of the day. And technically, that might have been counted as a monthly adventure. So I do need to, if I'm going to keep doing the monthly adventure, I do need to define what counts as a monthly adventure. Is this going to be something that is like a repeat experience, or is it like it happens once a year kind of thing, like the kite festival, or maybe once in a lifetime kind of thing, like there's no way we're going anytime soon, but going to Disney World. So I do need to kind of define what that is, and I have it unchecked because of that. We've done several things that might count as that, but they were lumped into family night instead. So, School and work. I wanted to complete 25% of at least one course. I have accomplished this. I fully completed one course. I finished a course I had started last quarter but hadn't finished by the end of the quarter. I think I was 50% through it then. I completed that course, and I am about 50% through another course. I need to double check my numbers, but I did technically check this off because I finished the course from last quarter that I hadn't finished. I have an entire list of courses in my planner that I have signed up for over the years that I am trying to get through. And that's the courses. Most of them are like lifetime access. They were not like one-off courses. There were a couple on there near the end of my list that are like due by certain dates, but that's okay. They have been completed, and I will just have to re-enroll in them and do them again, basically, is what it comes down to. Because they are ones that, like, they're through Coursera, and if you've done Coursera before, you may know that you can enroll at any time, and you have so many weeks to complete the course. But once that period ends, you have to basically start over, I guess. Part of it's the fact that I had a subscription with Coursera, and now I don't. And so I will have to renew my subscription in order to take those classes again. Kind of. I did find out that you can complete courses on Coursera, some of them, without having a subscription. you only need the subscription when you are trying to apply for the certificates. So that's going to be very helpful because I can take all these classes without the subscription and just get the subscription when I'm ready to get certified. Good to know. Did not know that then. But either way, it doesn't matter. I completed one course. I finished one course, started another. We're good to go. The other goal I had was to save $300, $100 per month from April to June to go towards publishing finances. This did not happen. If you've been following my channel for a while, you may or may not know, we have had so many problems with vehicles this year. My husband and I specifically set aside enough money to fix specific vehicle problems we already knew about at the beginning of the year. And we have used up all of that plus twice as much. So we had set aside a good $3,000 to fix vehicles. We were driving our car. Our car was actually screwed up and we were borrowing a truck that goes along with the property that's all tangled up in probate. That's another long story we're not going to get into today. So we were borrowing the truck that's tangled up in the probate and using it while our car was out of commission. We set aside money to fix the car, got the car fixed, got it back. Everything seemed to be okay. Then the truck had a problem. I broke the drive shaft. Yes, I say I. I have been the one driving vehicles every time they have broken. Drive shaft broke, had to pay money for that, which was fine. We had the money set aside for it. Got new tires for the truck. Had to do that, had the money set aside for it. But that was the entire portion of the money we had set aside for vehicle expenses. And then we found out the car needed a new wheel bearing assembly kit, which we had not planned for. So that was extra money that came out of other finances, other areas to fix. And then not 2 weeks after that was fixed and the car was back, we blew the engine. Car's not getting fixed anytime soon, if ever. The mechanic called us and he told us it was going to be close to $8,000 to fix the engine of the car. The car at this moment in time, according to Kelley Blue Book, is only worth $10,000. So it's going to cost almost 90% of that to fix it. Not worth it in my opinion? We'll see. The hubs gets to choose what we do with the car, and so far the plan is to get it towed here whenever the mechanic has time. So suffice it to say that saving $300 to go towards publishing expenses has not happened. When my editor calls me and says that she would like to get paid for her work, I will have that money, but I don't have any extra set aside for next year's expenses, which is what I had planned on using this for. So publishing next year is going to be interesting. Of the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18
goals, minimal goals under this subsequent goals. Of the 17, I completed
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So 9 out of 17 isn't bad, but considering the fact that my main was to save finances for publishing next year and to actually work on the Shifters and Mages series and get it closer to publication ready, those were the two major goals and those were the two that were not accomplished. I am a little sad. Did I get a lot done this quarter? Yes. Yes, I did. And I found a new way to make my brain work. I've been using the spinning wheel to pick my projects on a daily basis, and that has been working fantastically so far. I did a whole video about that, which I will leave linked in the description below if you're interested in checking that out. I am still using that. This month I'm going to have a whole monthly vlog dedicated to how that's working and what I'm doing with that. So stay tuned for that, or subscribe to this channel if you want to get more information about that. But so, what did I say, 9 out of 17? Whatever it was, that's not bad. That's almost half. I think it is half. Yeah, it would be half. So 50% is not bad, but I want to get closer to like 100%. Which brings me to my Q3 goals and my Kanban board up here. Q3 goals. Instead of picking, one of the things that I've been having problems with is that I am a project hopper. I have very bad, ooh, shiny new idea syndrome. So I wanted a way to combat that, which is how I came up with the spinning wheel of chaotic doom, which has all of my projects listed on it and a couple of larger scale domestic projects on it, like cleaning the desk and cleaning some other areas of my house that are not related to writing but do affect my mindset when it comes to writing. So those are on there too. And as far as Q3 goals, I'm going to continue using that spinning wheel, but because of that, I couldn't pick specific projects to add to my Kanban board. So rather than picking specific projects that I could work on, I just decided to track my writing via task blocks. I do follow Sarah Cannon's Heart Breathing's HB90 method with the task blocks of 25 minutes. So what I decided was to use her planning method to figure out how many task blocks I had that could be dedicated to specifically writing. And I am going to be tracking my projects based on that. And what that means is that I will spin the wheel at the beginning of the day, and it will choose what project I'm going to work on during the day when I get a chance to actually have a task block dedicated to writing. Sometimes I will have more. Hopefully I won't have less. I'm hoping I'll have more. Because this is the first time I'm using it, I did give myself a lot of leeway. Plus, I did add in the fact that I am taking a complete hiatus during the week of fair from the 17th to 20th of July. All that being said, I am testing this way for a month, which is why I said kind of at the beginning of this video when I talked about this being my quarterly goals. Because while it will technically be my quarterly goals, I'm testing this way with writing and publishing for the first month. And we'll see how that goes, and if that goes well, we'll continue it for the rest of the quarter. So my goals are actually more for July. There are some that are for the whole quarter, but most of them are for like July only. Which brings us to my Q3 goals. Again, I got the same categories. For writing and publishing, I am focusing on Shifters and Mages this quarter. I do need to get Puck's Choice ready for publication because it is coming out in December. And it's coming out in both ebook and paperback in December, which means I need to have it ready. Which means I need to get page counts to my cover artist soon. I do have the ebook cover for this story. I do not have the paperback cover because she kind of needs a final page count before she can get me that. So, that being said, I need to do the under Shifters and Mages. I need to do the final read through of Puck's Choice, make sure everything's correct, get that reformatted. So that's the second thing. So the read through and the formatting. Those are the two major things that have to happen this month. July. Those are going to be my focus tasks for the first beginning couple of days of July. The other thing I'm doing is that I have a total of 95 task blocks dedicated to the month of July. The first week, this week, I have 29. Week 2, I have 21. Week 3, which is the week of fair, I have 3. Week 4, I have 21. And week 5, I have 21. So, the goal is to get at least those many task blocks done each week, if not more. I would really like to get more, but because I didn't know how this was going to work for me, I did give myself a little leeway. Made it a little easier on myself. The next thing that I'm doing is a charity live stream with Rachel D. Adams that's going towards the store. I don't have as much information about this as I probably should at the time of this recording, but I will leave a link to that in the description if you'd like to learn more about it. Rachel reached out to a group of us and asked if we would like to join, and I was like, I don't know if we're doing anything, but yeah, let me check, and if we're not, I'll join. It's on the 4th of July. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. The other thing I'm doing is the 24-hour novel challenge. There is an official challenge, and I will leave the link to that in the description. I did want to do this in June. However, things came up on the weekend that it occurred. So when another authortuber, Eva, mentioned that she wanted to attempt the challenge, but at a different date, I jumped in and was like, let me do it with you, because I wanted to do it this month and I didn't get a chance to. So we are attempting that on the 5th through the 7th. It's a 3-day weekend. Do I know what I'm going to work on? No, I don't. Am I going to let the spinning wheel choose for me? Maybe. We will see. The goal is to write 50,000 words in 24 hours. How you split that 24 hours is up to you. I know Eva was telling me today that she's going to split it 8 hours each day. I work on Fridays. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So mine might be more geared towards more hours on Saturday and Sunday with the least amount of hours on Friday, but we shall see. It's going to depend. Since I do have Thursday off because of the 4th, I will get to sleep Thursday night going into Friday, so I may be able to get it to work. Maybe. The other thing I want to do, of course, is, and this is a quarterly thing, not this month thing, is the 7-day book challenge. The last one of this year is in September from the 16th to the 22nd. I will have a link to that in the description. feel free to join me if you'd like. I would love to have more people who attempt this challenge. The goal is to write a book, I use book loosely, in 7 days. This past quarter, I did 2 short stories and got 3/4 of the way through a 3rd short story. Like, it's up to you how you define it. I do have options for short stories, novellas, novels, and other, which could be like poetries or things like that. I just want more people to join me. Please join me. Please attempt this challenge. I think it'd be so much fun. I do daily live streams for that, so that's a thing. And I actually requested that entire week off because I would like to see what I can accomplish if I have the whole week off to do what I would like to do. And my goal is to finish the Sultry Solstices stories, so I will have all 7 stories ready for publication next year. At least the first draft done and ready to edit for next year. We'll see how I actually get to the publication part, since I haven't saved up the money for what I want to do. Under social media, I still have a goal to post at least once a week on Instagram. I have plans to post multiple times a week on Instagram. I don't know why I worded it that way, but it's neither here nor there. I still have plans to do bi-weekly videos, and if I can't do a bi-weekly video, I do want to switch out for a live stream talking about a specific topic. Kind of like how I did last Monday, the planning stream. I would like to do topic-specific live streams if I don't get a chance to do a video. That way I can have the interaction of the one-on-one in real life talking with people about the topic, whatever that topic is. So if I don't get a chance to film a video, hopefully I can exchange that for a short live stream talking about it. So that's the goal. The other thing I want to do is I want to post to the community tab. Anytime I have a new video come out, anytime I have a live stream scheduled, anytime I'm taking part in another event such as the charity stream, I want to post to my community tab. I wanted it so badly for so many years, and it was beyond my reach because they wanted you at first to have at least 500 subscribers. First it was 1,000, then it was 500. Now I don't know how many you have to have, but I have it now. I do not have 500 subscribers, but I have it now, and I'm not using it. I hate myself for it. Under reading, of course, those plans haven't changed. Again, it's for the whole quarter. Read 25 fiction books, read 3 nonfiction books. I did have to add a caveat to this, but I wasn't following before. Those nonfiction books do not have to be craft books. I think originally, in my brain, I was thinking they had to be craft books, because I've read some other nonfiction books this year already that were not craft books, and somehow I did not mark off the nonfiction books. So I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking that they had to be craft books. Added that, no, they don't have to be craft books. I can read, as long as it's nonfiction, it can be a memoir, it can be a research book. As long as I read the entire thing, doesn't matter, it still counts. Friends and family hasn't changed. Girls' night once a week, family night once a week, date night twice a month. And then I changed the wording on my monthly adventure. It says solo adventure once a month. So I'm going to take myself out on a date at least once a month. That is the plan. We'll see how that plan goes. Academia and career. I changed the wording so it doesn't say school and work. It says academia and career. I am going to complete one course 100%. I'm somewhat through a course now. I want to complete that one. There are 2 other courses going on this quarter that I want to take part in. Soul Bard Academy is happening July 12th. I will leave a link to Jenna's channel where you can find out more about that. Because honestly, one of the course I'm taking is the Are You Ready? So You Want to Be an Author Tuber. I might have the wording wrong, but it's the first course, and now the second course about Canva is coming out July 12th. And I want to complete the first course before I start this next course. And I do want to do the next course on the day of versus waiting. But if you're interested in either one, you should check out the link below to find out more. Then the next plan is to save $500 for a new vehicle. And actually, that is wrong, because the goal is to have $1,500 saved by the end of this quarter. Change the wording. Save $1,500 for a new vehicle. We are going to be switching around some of our budgets. I've already canceled some of my subscriptions, like my Kindle Unlimited, and he's canceled some of his subscriptions to gaming stuff. So like, we are shrinking down our budget as much as possible so that we can make this work. So that's the goal. So those are my goals for quarter 3 and everything I want to accomplish and how I want to accomplish them. The only goals that are situated here on my lovely Kanban board are related to writing and publishing. So on this side, I've got all my task blocks listed. Each color is a different week of the month, with these 3 tabs down below being the different challenges that I'm doing and the Soul Bard Academy. This second box is YouTube related, and the third box is Instagram related. So we are doing a-okay. As you can see, we've already started moving some stuff down, doing a-okay. This is just set up for January. Oh, I'm skipping months. This is just set up for July though, so take that as you will. We will eventually be resetting this for August if this works out for the month of July. And I'm really hoping it will, because I do need to have like some kind of win, since I seem to be cursed with vehicle problems right now. Thank you for, you know, listening to this entire spiel. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what are some of your goals for Q3 or July, and let me know how you're going to go about accomplishing them, how you have figured out what you can and cannot accomplish each quarter, like I kind of sort of maybe possibly have. Anyways, subscribe to my channel if you want to find out more about how this works out in the long run, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, Dragonlings.